For example 3, finding lengths, it says that in triangle RST, so RST, this is the big triangle, the midpoint of RS is U. And the midpoint of ST is V. And lastly, W is the midpoint of TR. We need to find the length of segment RS. Okay, so if we know that RU is 12, and since this is a midpoint, this is also 12, which means that RS is 24. You would also know that WV is 12 since it's half of the parallel line. Okay, so WV would be 12. Then let's find X. So for X, we know that these two pieces here are congruent since V is a midpoint. So 2X equals 11. If I divide by 2, we get 5.5. For W, we could say that 3y, I'm sorry, not for W, for Y, 3y equals 15.9. And so if I divide by 3, we get 5.3. Okay, and then it says find the length of UW. Okay, so if this piece is 11, we know that this is also 11. And then for UV, we have that this piece is 15.9, so is this. And then for our perimeter, we would need to add all of the sides of this triangle together. So we know that 12 and 12 would be 24. 11 and 11 here would be 22. And then we would have 15.9 plus 15.9. And that would give me 31.8. And so if I add those together, I get 77.8 units. For example 4, we know that this piece here is double x. So I could say x equals 42 divided by 2, or I could say 2x equals 42. Either way, you're dividing by 2, and you get 21. For part B, we could say 6x plus 5 equals 46, but we know that this piece is 2 times that 46. So we need to go ahead and distribute that 2 and then solve the two-step equation. And so x would be 3. Okay, and then our last two, for letter C, we would say 2 times the mid-segment, 7x, equals the full length, 17x minus 18. So I would need to multiply. Okay, if I subtract 17, that's going to give me a negative 3x. But if you notice, I have a negative 18 here as well. And a negative divided by negative gives me a positive, so I have a positive 6. And then lastly, for letter D, again, this piece, we would double to equal the parallel side. So 2 times 6x plus 31 equals the 19x minus 36. So I would distribute. And then I can go ahead and combine my like terms. And I'm going to go ahead and subtract the 12 first. That would give me 7x. And then if I add 36 to 62, that gives me 98 equals 7x. Divide both sides by 7. And x is 14.